Okay, welcome to a brief little review. And today I'm just going to tell you my experience with the iPad for exactly 1 week. I ordered the iPad about a month ago, and it took forever to arrive. And it finally arrived last Thursday, so I've been using it for about a week. And I have to say, does it disappoint? No, it does not disappoint. It is a fantastic little device. Actually, most of the night, I'm actually on my couch watching some TV, and I use this to browse the internet, to check email, check the calendar, check the news. I mean, so here you have a laptop that you open the lid, you check upon all your stuff. And the nice thing about the iPad is it's instant on. It never really shuts off. It's always sleeping. I haven't had to actually shut it off since I got it. So here's the main screen. Like for instance, if somebody responds to a thread on Neowin, for instance, I just click on my email, and these are all the responses I've gotten so far. And I checked it downstairs and saw my responses that are going away. But you would click it and then get the link to the email, and you would take it to the Neowin homepage. Now I have a laptop actually sitting right next to my couch, but I don't use it because everything I want to do I can do on the iPad. It's really nice. For instance, here's the web browser, and I actually have Neowin bookmarked on the device, like front page, back page. So here's the front page Neowin. Right here, I'm actually looking at the full page, not the mobile version. So I can actually go through here and click on, here's the Windows 7 story. I'll let it load up a little bit here. But yeah, it's a great little device, and people have been saying, well, we want the Retina display on the iPad. Well, sure, okay, that'd be kind of neat, but it's not necessary. For instance, on the iPod Touch, yeah, you're browsing the internet on a very, very small screen, and so the higher resolution you can read smaller text on a smaller screen. With this, with a 9-inch screen or a 9.1-inch screen, I mean, this text is fully readable. I'm having no problem reading this text. And so while I think it would be nice to have a Retina display, I don't think it's necessary. Also, the Skype application. They don't have one for the iPad, but they do have the iPod Touch one that's compatible. Now people have been saying, you know, oh, we need one. Well, it'd be nice to have one, but the one that comes with the iPod Touch, it's a little blurry when you have to blow it up 2x, but it's fully usable. I mean, I've also done video chatting on there too, and it looks great. You just kind of prop it up like this. They can see you, you can see them. The camera on this is, you know, a lot less great as the iPhone, but it's still a very good camera for video chatting. The games, like here's one I bought, Puzzle Quest. Let's see where that one went. So the games in this thing are really nice too. I mean, the graphics are great. The graphics performance is great. This one I've been playing a lot last night. It was kind of, this was like a $3 game. Tap to begin. Here's the play. Continue the quest. It's just kind of a match color game. It's like a kind of a Bejeweled meets role playing. And so the basis of this game is just basically, you know, match colors. You get the skulls, you kill them. You get the idea. But the multitasking is really nice too, because you can actually minimize that and then take a look at something like the CNBC app, which is great. It's a great news app. It's great. Actually, I have to dim down so the camera doesn't get too bright. Like for instance, you can go to videos, CNBC news. There's this is just a basic stock app. I have just a stock I kind of keep track on. Yeah, I mean, here's USA Today. Let's do USA Today money. I mean, it's a very quick device. Back, forward. I mean, I don't see myself not using it anymore next week. It's great because really all I use my desktop computer for anymore is you know, business like QuickBooks and GoToAssist, but for everything else, I mean, I can sit for hours on this iPad. And the thing too, the battery life. I used it pretty much all day yesterday, and when I went to bed last night, the battery life was at 33%, and that also includes playing that game for a good 5 hours last night. I was really pretty addicted. Here's a WeatherBug app. And, ooh, got some little thunderstorms outside. You can kind of zoom out, take a look at the map or where the storm's at, hit the play button, and kind of get a, kind of see where all the stuff's at. You can go ahead and get the conditions, and you can get the forecast. The reason I bought this iPad over the Zoom is, you know, because of all the applications, and you know, the Zoom just didn't have it. I know it had a lot of Android apps, but I would say the iOS feels a lot more mature, or looks a lot more mature than the Honeycomb. I think it's Honeycomb for the 3.0 Android app operating system. Here's AirPlay, which I know this thing doesn't have any, doesn't have an SD card or doesn't have a USB port. So what you can do, you can actually put stuff on this device, but this is only a 16 gigabyte model. You can run a server downstairs or on your main computer and then stream the videos that you have on there. Like for instance, here's a $3 app where I pointed it to my video directory, of which is Diggnation. You can click on a Diggnation episode and it converts it on the fly and streams it to your device. It takes a second or so for it to start buffering. And the same thing can be done with any content that you have on your computer, be it TV shows, movies, or whatever. Obviously they have Netflix, the Twit TV app. RoboForm Carbonite lets you access all your backups, which is almost like having almost all your important documents with you wherever you go, assuming you have the internet. There's the MyPad, which is the Facebook application. Overall, I'm really excited about this. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, isn't this just kind of like an oversized iPod Touch? Well, yeah, but the iPod Touch was fantastic. But there was things that you were limited that you couldn't do on the iPod Touch because it was such a small screen. They've taken what was great about the iPod Touch and made it a large screen with a touch interface. So that's a good thing. It's not a negative. I mean, it's just like the iPod Touch, except it's usable for browsing full websites, for playing large games, for looking at stuff like Flipboard, where you can click on tech, and they have, you know, fills up the entire screen. You don't have to be stuck with one little news article at one time. And so yeah, people call it an oversized iPod Touch. It is, but don't knock it for it. Jiminy's criminies. Flash-wise, yeah, it doesn't have flash, but I knew that buying it. I've only found a few websites that I wish, you know, I had flash with, but it didn't. But that's okay. Yeah, most sites work just great. And of course, you know, you have your eBay, but I mean, I can see this for somebody like an older person who just browses the internet and does email and wants to talk to the kids every once in a while. It would be a perfect device. I mean, at the moment, there's no malware, spyware, viruses on it. Could change later on, I don't know. But here they could put on Skype, the kids could call them, they could browse the internet, do their email. This would completely replace somebody's computer in a heartbeat because a lot of people, that's all they do. Email, web browsing, and Facebook. So overall, I would give this device out of a 10. I don't know, 8, 9. Sure, there are limitations, but overall, it's a very intuitive, fantastic little device. So that's my 1 week review. I've only owned it for 1 week, but so far I'm thrilled, and it's been a very good purchase. This one is the Wi-Fi 16 gigabyte model, and I really haven't used up even half of the space yet. Mainly because I just use it for apps and a few games, which are not very big. Anyway, that's been my 1 week review. Thank you.